guys? Welcome to another episode of the GINN podcast. This is your host, G-Weezy11. And on this episode, this is going to be a wild one, man, because this has been a long time coming for me. But I first just want to give thanks, man, to the listeners, to the people that actually are viewing the YouTube videos, because these videos are up on, well, I am taking videos, so they are up on YouTube. Head over to theginnpodcast.com. Check that out. But, man, Mario, man. I got Mario in the house. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
You chilling, man?
Oh, dude, you're chilling super hard.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. How you been, man? How you been through this this whole pandemic? I know shit has changed, right? Since obviously boxing is like your profession. So how's that changed from like boxing from last year to this year?
Man, it was completely different. It was a pain in the ass. I mean, it made things more of a pain in the ass. Don't get me wrong, dude. Fucking boxing, it's a stressful sport. Like dealing with camp and everything. And then I mean, just when everything happened with COVID, man, when all that popped off, I was actually in the Bay Area when all that happened, and I was getting ready to fight in May, and then I mean that shit got postponed. I mean, of course, man, I like no one knew what was gonna go on.
Yeah.
I mean, I was predicting like that shit was only gonna last like a month or two.
Everybody was,
dude.
Everybody, and it's sad to say that we were thinking like that, but I mean, at some point in time, you kind of want to get back into the motion, right? You kind of want to get back to things being normal.
Yeah. So I mean, it was like mid camp. I literally pulled up to the gym, then they were announcing their shutdown in the Bay Area, and my coach at the time was like, "Hey, man," he was like, "They're announcing a 6-county shutdown at noon."
Oh shit!
And it was like 11:30 at the time, and I just pulled up to like the gym, you know, to get my session in. So I just had all of my gym shit with me, and I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "What are we gonna do, man?" And then he was just like, "Man," he was like, "If I was you, he was like, I would buy a plane ticket home."
Damn.
And I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like right now, and he was like, "Dude, like ASAP, man." He was like, "Shit's gonna be crazy." So that same day, dude, I got all my shit, went back to Airbnb, flew back home, and then a week later was when the San Antonio had their very first shutdown.
Yeah, so that was back in March, right? Like
March. And then, man, I mean, I was stuck here for like 5 or 6 months. I mean, I don't really know what was going to go on with the fights or anything. So I mean, that was pretty stressful. But I mean, once they announced the first card, it was gonna be sometime in August. I was like, all right, bet, like, you know, like we're gonna get running again soon. And then I mean, I flew out there to camp at the beginning of August, and
that was it.
yeah, that was it, man. And
how did that? Because I know your fight got pushed back once or twice. Once. Yeah. How did that happen? Just because of COVID, like they had to figure out like the venue and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I mean, everything was all over the place, but they had me booked or like locked in for September 26th. It was gonna be in Connecticut.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so okay. I was gonna be on the Charlo undercard, but the opportunity had came up. They were like, "Hey, man, like we might have a slot in San Antonio in October if you know if you want to wait a bit." They were like, I mean, it wasn't secured because they told me it was either gonna be San Antonio or probably Vegas. I mean, Los Angeles at the Staples Center.
Okay.
And so they gave me those two possibilities. They were like, but you know, it's a month later. They were like, would you want to take it? And I'm like, man, you know, just like a chance of it being in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah. So, I mean, fortunately, man, everything worked out. They had announced it was gonna be San Antonio sometime in October, dude. They're like same day I found out, it was the same day I announced it. I actually had broke the news like too early.
So the news people didn't even reach it, but you did.
Yeah, dude. I had announced it, and my manager had texted me. He was like, "Hey," he was like, wait until Showtime announces it." And I was like, "Oh, dude," I was like, I already posted it. Like, I was like, everybody's already hyped up about it. And then so my manager was like, man, you know what? Like, it should be okay. Like, if Showtime or something reaches out and says to like take it down, then like take it down.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, everything worked out.
They never reached out back then? No? That's what's up.
I mean, because they were going to announce it like a day later, so it wouldn't make any sense taking it down than reposting it.
Yeah. So that brings up, I guess, my next question. So October 31st of this year, 2020, you fought Ryan Carl, right? How was that, man? How was that getting prepared for that fight like I said, during COVID? Like, was the training different from your previous fights? Like, did you have to, was like precautions crazy or anything like
Oh,
that?
dude, the precautions were super crazy, man. This camp, I had to get COVID tested every week. The like gym was super limited with how many people could be in the gym at once. Throughout most of the camp, it was literally just me, my head coach, and my cut man. So I mean that got pretty boring, man, because I literally was just seeing them every day for like 3 months. I mean, it was like mentally exhausting because
Damn.
like those were like the like only dudes I could like talk to, like.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, man, I got mad love for them, dude. Especially my cut man. He's an OG from Oakland, and man, he got stories, for days, dude. He's like 70, 75, 78, but man, still be trying to fight people and shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But that's even crazier because I mean he's been through like the whole like 1980s, like 90s, whenever shit was popping off of like NWA and like just
Mhm.
everything that goes like the riots and just everything in general. So nah, that's wild, bro. That's
Yeah.
wild that you actually get to hear from. Well, I'm not too sure if he was like actually in it, but just to hear stories, man, like seeing shit on the news, that's wild, man.
Yeah, so I mean, I was in camp with him, and I mean, like just hearing his perspective on everything going on too. It was I mean, honestly, man, it was like a shock. I mean, just from everything going on with COVID and everything going on, with the whole elections
Oh
and
yeah.
I mean, just all the crazy shit that was going on in the Bay Area. I mean, with the fires.
Oh yeah, bro. I remember you posting that, bro, on your Instagram, and that shit was just like orange, like just straight orange, man.
Well, man, I woke up that morning and it felt like I was in like a fucking horror movie. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck to think. Like, cause man, like I mean, at the Airbnb I was staying at, man, it was a super nice one too. But it had a lot of windows in it. So I mean, in
Oh
the
yeah.
mornings, I mean, you knew if it was daytime or if it was nighttime, because in the
Yeah.
mornings it was super bright and everything. And I woke up, like it felt like I was late for the gym, whatever. But it was only like 7 or 8. I woke up, man, and it fucking looked like it was like like the sun was setting. It just looked like orange,
Yeah, yeah.
like in like the whole fucking Airbnb. So I was like, man, what the hell? So I go and I look outside, and it's just orange, bro. I didn't know what the fuck to think. The first thing I did was like jump on Twitter, man. Like, what the fuck's going on? And then I saw like everybody in the Bay Area was like posting their pictures and shit.
Yeah.
And man, it was like that for like 2 or 3 days, dude. Like the air quality was super shitty. Like they were telling us like don't go outside because or if we do to wear the mask. I mean, we're already wearing the mask,
Anyways,
as,
yeah.
yeah, as it was. But they're like, man, like the air quality was super shitty.
Yeah, no, I remember them shutting down like incoming or outgoing I guess like airplane rides. Like people couldn't go into like the Bay Area or I guess California. I'm not too sure what parts. And then outside too, like they weren't letting them kind of take airplane rides. And I was just like, damn, that is wild, just because of the air quality. But so with I mean, obviously you got the first title defense, you got the win this last previous fight. How was that, man? Like I know it was in San Antonio, but obviously there wasn't as many fans just because of the whole COVID thing. But just being in San Antonio in front of the limited fans, how was that, man? How was it being the I don't know, man, just coming back home?
Nah, man, it was super dope, dude. I mean, ever since I had won the like title, I mean that's like the one question everybody has been asking me, like when was I gonna fight in San Antonio?
Yeah, yeah,
And I mean,
yeah.
and of course, I mean, I was always pushing for it, like as far with my people, at a PBC, I was always telling them like, man, like we need to make something in San Antonio happen like soon, especially since I just won the title, like now is gonna be the best time because like we're
Mhm.
gonna have like a heavy crowd there, and but of course everything happened with COVID. But when it was announced that I was gonna be on one of the first cards that was gonna have an audience, I was super stoked about it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, just given the fact that I mean now I was gonna be fighting in San Antonio and I was gonna be defending my title like I had talked about. It kind of like just seems like like I had like spoken into existence.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
And
Exactly.
man, as soon as I posted, everybody was super hype. Everybody was hitting me up for tickets and everything. Even though I had like posted, like that I didn't know about tickets.
It's still hitting you up.
And like crazy, dude. I had either hitting me about tickets or discounts or like what like the website, and I'm like, man, dude, like I don't know how much more clear like I gotta be. Like
At some point, right? You don't respond. Like I feel like I wouldn't respond if like
yeah,
because you
so
make yourself clear.
and yeah, dude, and it's like, man, I made myself clear, and like I don't like again like. The people reaching out, you know, they're trying to show support, so I don't want to be,
Yeah.
I don't be a fucking dick, but I'm like, bro, like, I just fucking said, don't fucking hit me up about tickets.
Nah, man, I feel you. I feel your pain, bro. Because there's been times where I'm just so clear about what I'm doing, and then there's always like that one or two people who are just like I don't know, man. The discount part is hilarious, bro. Because I don't think there's ever discounts on boxing.
Nah,
like boxing
dude, ever
tickets.
like,
Oh,
bro,
shit.
like I have people asking me like asking if they could get like homie price or like family price. I'm like, man, like
I don't even know you like
yeah, it's like I don't
that.
know like that. And too, man, it don't even work like that.
Yeah, exactly. So fucking with this last fight, is there anything that you had to change? Like, cause I mean, obviously everybody's their own lethal weapon. Well, we're talking about Ryan Carl. Is there anything that you had to like adjust for like with your training? Cause between like previous fighters, what was the biggest thing you had to change to like combat his fighting style?
um, I mean he has going into that fight. I mean, we knew he had a pretty a more conventional style. We knew we really pretty much just had to find someone that was gonna put pressure the whole time because we knew that was gonna be the only way that he could fight me because I mean we knew going to that fight I had more boxing ability than him, that I had
Yeah, yeah,
the better footwork, and so it wasn't gonna be a type of fight where he was gonna try to outbox me, but we knew because they had mentioned it in a previous interview like about how like their opinions on my title fight. And so I mean, we knew that they had looked into that fight, and then, I mean they were probably gonna go off of it a lot, as a lot of people were.
Mhm.
They're going off my last performance, but I mean we corrected everything that we needed to in our camp. We were making sure we were sharp, and I mean we just made sure that we were ready.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, so that's why I mean in the fight, I mean I was barely, I felt like I was barely getting comfortable in the ring, when I really started to hurt him because the first couple rounds was more so just adjusting to the way he was putting pressure, just to I mean adjusting to his rhythm and timing.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then I mean by the fourth, fifth round, once I started getting comfortable, was when I started to hurt him more. But I mean as far as in camp, it was just finding the right sparring. But I mean that goes back with the other things that we had to deal with because I had to get tested or COVID tested every week, and our sparring partners had to be okay with getting tested every week as well.
Damn. So with the COVID test, so I mean, I've seen different ones. But the COVID test, are you taking the ones that like they legit touch like your brain and shit with the big old Q-tips? Yeah, bro, that's terrible, man.
So
Cause
it started off with those ones, and then when we got to like a month out, it was just I would have to FaceTime the boxing officials or the boxing commission,
yeah, yeah.
and they would like walk me through the COVID test. Like they would have to like count the number of seconds I like swabbed in my nose.
Damn, so you had to do it yourself?
Yeah, I had to do it
Oh
myself,
shit.
and like it was both nostrils, and it was like super like man, like I couldn't touch anything even on camera.
Yeah.
Like I had to like get the packaging, open it a certain way, close it a certain way, put the Q-tip in like a tube a certain way, break it off. It
Oh
was
shit.
yeah, it was weird. And then 2 weeks before the fight, it turned into twice a week. And then man, so it was just
And
crazy.
those still? Because I mean, the other difference was because it started off like all of their big ass Q-tips and then stuff it all the way in your nose. But then I know recently I've seen videos where they just take like little small Q-tips, well not small, but I guess medium size, and they just put it like graze the surface like inside, not that far up. It was still
Yeah, no, I
digging
don't
in your
know.
nose.
Yeah, they were still up there. It was still fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, bro, that's fucking terrible. Even just like doing that shit like yourself, man. You don't like obviously you don't want to hurt yourself or it's just be. I don't. Yeah, man, that's fucking wild. I wouldn't be able to do something like that. Even, but see, that's the weird part, bro. Like, I mean, we're adjusting to these crazy times, and just to have a COVID test virtually, like, who the fuck, like,
Yeah,
who would
like
even thought
who?
about that?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It was wild. And then when I landed in San Antonio, man, when I was stuck in the bubble for that whole week, That too, that was fucking frustrating.
Oh, before the fight?
Yeah, dude,
Before the fight.
I've never had to deal with anything like that. It was wild, man. It felt like fucking prison.
Oh, so you're in the hotel, can't go nowhere.
Can't go nowhere. Like we're literally in like our own like part of the hotel. Like
Yeah.
like they had the elevators programmed. Like so all of the boxers. I think in total we had like four or five floors that were
Mhm.
just all boxers, all the people that were working the fights. And so the elevators that we had access to, it only took us to those like four or five floors, and then to it wasn't even the like lobby, but it was like the lobby for us. It was like where the floor where all of the conference halls were.
Okay, yeah.
And like that's where every morning we had to wake up between 7 and 9 a.m. to get a temperature check. The first day we couldn't even leave our hotel room. Like they delivered our meals to our doors.
Jeez.
Yeah, we had to like fill out this meal slip with like what we wanted to eat.
Yeah.
And then yeah, man, everything that whole week it was just going from our room to that third floor, like back and forth. And then I only had like 1 hour in like this the like workout area. Like
Yeah.
every fighter had a 1 hour slot. So man, it was just stressful, right? Because I mean, us as fighters, we're like getting ready, to fight. I mean, we still need to stay in shape. A lot of fighters are still cutting weight.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like, man, we only have an hour to cut. Like, well, like what the fuck are we supposed to do with that? And I mean, as it is too, like with the meals, we weren't. I mean, there wasn't a wide selection of meals that they had. It was either like an unhealthy option or a semi-healthy option. So like we had like to work around like with whatever they fucking had.
I was just about to ask that, man. It's fucking hotel food's not always the best. I mean, it's just like fake eggs and like breakfast type
Yeah,
shit,
dude,
and then
it's
you get to
fucking sick.
lunch and it's like a cold ass pork chop or it's just something
Yeah,
weird.
just like
Yeah,
something that just like heated up in the microwave.
yeah. No, I got you, bro. With that, so what do you fight? This would be probably a dumb question, bro. But what weight do you fight at?
Junior welterweight,
So what weight is that?
140.
The 140. Is it hard for you to like? Okay, so I guess my next question is, what's the heaviest you've ever been?
Like just walking around,
Yeah, I guess.
probably like 165.
And did you have a fight before that where you had to cut that much weight? Like that 20, 25 pounds?
Nah.
Nah. You just always
Well, like, cause like you usually after a fight, I'll take like a month off,
oh, okay,
or like
okay.
between like 3 or 4 weeks,
Yeah.
and then so like I weighed 165 last year after I won the title, cause I took like a month off and I was just bullshitting, just like
Yeah.
just traveling, just going everywhere, just eating.
Yeah.
And then when I was finally like, man, like all right, like I'm gonna start, doing something, getting back in the gym or something. I stepped on the scale and it was like 165 point something, and I was just like damn, dude, like
The
like,
heaviest
like
I've ever
yeah,
been.
it's fucking heavy.
Oh, that makes sense though. So I mean, you're just always like you're always active though. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's just
always.
never like I mean, obviously you took a month off, but it's just never like always like that. It's just in your system to
Yeah, just to be moving, just
yeah.
to be outside doing something. Like I mean, after this last fight, after like the first week off, I was ready. Like, man, dude, like I want to go skating or something. I want to do this and that.
Yeah.
So I mean, even right now, like I already gotten back into like the gym and shit, just cause like I mean I've got tired of like sitting around. But yeah, nah, dude, I mean I try to stay as active as possible, whether it's with boxing or just being out.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I got a question because I think either you said it or he said it on a press conference with Ryan Carl. Um, so when did y'all kind of first, I guess, get sight of each other? Like how long has it been since y'all kind of like known of each other in like the boxing kind of profession?
Shit, we've known. I mean, well, me and Ryan have known each other since like early on in like the amateurs. So like when we were like, I mean, literally kids, like 10, 12
Yeah.
years old.
Oh
I
shit. So
mean,
it's been a while. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, we've known each other for a really long time, and we have been friends, throughout all that time, and even throughout our pro careers. I mean, I turned pro at 124, and he has always fought around like I think like 135, 140. So he has always been at like this weight. So like I guess it like never really occurred to us that like, oh yeah, we like might fight each other, and but I mean at the end of the day, man, it's business, whatever.
Mhm.
I mean he got the opportunity, he had worked so hard for, which was a title shot, and I was one with the title. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he's in there to to take what I worked so hard for, and I mean, we have that respect for each other outside the ring, but I mean, on Halloween night, it wasn't, it was just business.
Yeah, he beat his ass. You beat his ass, man. So I was there. Me, with buddy Caesar, and then the other buddy Diego,
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
we were there, man. And just I'm telling you, man, that's why I wanted to ask you like how it was for your fans. And even though it was limited, bro, I was screaming my head off, man. Like I damn near lost my voice the next day. And bro, just to see like the amount of people. This is what I've learned though, and this goes back to not just boxing, but I think just everything in general. San Antonio has like I don't know what it is, but like the fan base is so in tune with their like sports teams, like Spurs, boxing, people that box out of here, fucking, um, just everything in general. Like it's so deep, and the passion is just so there. I don't know, man. It's just it's crazy, man. You have people throwing up like yeah, people big ass Mexican flags when your name was called. You had people with fucking posters and signs, and it's just all too crazy, man. Because it's just, I mean, we've all grown up on the south side of San Antonio, so just to see that on a big stage on a fucking boxing like pay per view fight, it's wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, it was fucking huge. I mean, and like you said too, I mean, even with the like limited crowd, I mean, when I was walking out for the fight and shit, still just seeing how like hype like everybody was,
Yeah, yeah,
like it. I mean, it was limited, but it didn't feel limited, because of just like the like environment and shit, and just
yeah,
like the atmosphere. And but now for sure, dude. Like that's why I mean, when it was brought up to me that that there was a potential opportunity that I could fight in San Antonio, I was like, man, dude, like I'll fucking take it. Like I'll take an extra month in camp, like any fucking day, if it means
yeah.
I can fight back home.
No, that makes sense, bro. That makes sense. So, I got a question, man. So we got September 28th, 2019, Staples Center, Los Angeles, California. I don't know how to say his name, but that was your first title win, title fight, and it was a dog fight, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was, like I said, I was watching that one, and up until like, I think the championship rounds, like 11, 12. I personally think this is my opinion, but I mean, by far you won the fight. But I mean, there's always those critics out there. There's always those people out there that said you didn't win the fight, you got outboxed. How was that, man? Well, first of all, that part, and then how was that fight? Like, I mean, obviously, well, because another thing too that I noticed is like you didn't have a press conference after that, so everything was just like it was a dogfight, bro.
Yeah, yeah, nah,
It
man,
was
it was fucking
crazy.
wild. It was
Yeah, so just talk about that, man. How was that fight?
dude, I mean, just everything about that fight, man. It was wild to begin with. Because when the fight was brought up again, man, he was what Batire or Batir Akhmedov. I still can't even pronounce his name, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, nah, dude, tough motherfucker.
no, yeah, bro.
When the fight was when it was brought up to me, and it's not even that it was brought up to me. It was just like, oh, like this is who you're fighting next because he was my WBA mandatory. I mean, the WBA sanctioning body.
Yeah,
They're the ones that they made it a mandatory fight. So I mean, if I want to to get this title or to get close to the super title. I mean, it was a fight I didn't have a choice to take, but I mean, of course, dude. I mean, I've always been down to fight whoever. I've said it plenty of times. I've never cared.
hmm
I mean, so I mean, we saw him. I think his record was like 7-0, like 6 knockouts. I mean, that right there, what we knew, it was a lose-lose situation for me. Because I mean, if I go in there with someone who's 7-0, at the time it was what 24-0. I mean, everyone's already like most people, especially casuals, they just right away they look at the records. We're like, all right, dude, like this dude only has 6 fights. Like, why is he even fighting?
yeah. That's exactly what I was about to ask next. How does that happen? Like, how do?
He has the right people behind him, and
I
at that
gotcha.
too, then he had the amateur pedigree, man, because he had represented Turkey in the 2016 Olympics. He had fought in the World Boxing Series, which is pretty much like the pros, you know, where you're traveling overseas fighting, no headgear, small gloves. It just doesn't count on like your professional record.
I gotcha.
So he had a bunch of fights in there. Man, he had like 300 amateur fights. Man, he was a very experienced fighter.
Hold up. You said 300?
300.
And how many did you have? I'm not that that matters, but
No,
like I just wanted to.
as amateur, I had 110.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I
The
mean, he was man. He was like that's what like a lot of people didn't know. But going into that fight, it was because people were asking me like, oh, why are you fighting this guy? You know, he only has six
Yeah.
fights. I'm like, it's not my fucking choice, man.
Yeah.
Like I fight who they tell me to fight, and he's my mandatory, but he's not no pushover. Like he has all this experience. You know, he's in his prime right now. Because I mean, he was like 28. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like I was telling everybody, there's a reason why he got this opportunity so early in his career. Like it's not just like, oh, like I chose to fight this guy.
Yeah.
Like this guy, he's my mandatory. So I mean, the whole lead up to that fight, man, it was wild. And I mean, but it wasn't a fight that I was taking lightly. I did fuck around on making weight that fight though, which you know led to things being the way that they did in the fight. You know, me gassing out and everything. But I mean, you know, in that fight, I mean, once it started happening, you know, I felt I controlled, you know, the first half of the rounds. You know, I thought I was boxing nicely, man, making him miss like a lot of big shit. You know, just moving a lot, and then I was able to put him down on the canvas in that fifth or sixth round. Then after that, kind of just just when it started going downhill, you know, because it started to gas out, and you know he kept that pressure that like he had started with, man, through the whole fucking 12 rounds. And like I said, I knew he was coming ready, and but I mean, even in that fight, in like the later rounds, you know, like the eighth or ninth round, when you know he was landing some big shit, you know, when it was really starting to look ugly on my side. I remember, man, beating that fight, like, dude, like, I don't care, man. I'll fucking take an ass whooping, but like, I was like, but he's not gonna put me on this fucking canvas.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like at some point, you gotta, like, I feel like at some point, just you gotta realize, like, oh shit, maybe he's outboxing me. You know what I'm saying? That thought has to go in your head, like maybe he's outboxing me, and you just gotta go into survival mode, right? You just gotta just protect yourself.
There was so much shit going on in that fight because my fucking left side of my face was like swelling pretty rowdy. It started from like headbutts, but like just his style, man, the way he was fighting was so fucking smart. Because I mean, once the swelling and shit starts, I mean that shit hurts, dude. Like if it's even touched, if it's bumped or whatever, like once the swelling starts and like it gets rubbed, like that shit, it's like a wincing pain, man. Like you don't want that shit to get touched. And so like he was saying like me, the fighter I am, I would have wanted to fight on the inside a lot more, you know, because like when he was coming in, but because of swelling and everything, like every time he would come in, he would bump me with either his arms or like his head, and then so I would pull back, you know, to try to get like my range, and he would catch me on the way out, like with these weird like we call them like European punches because like it's just a different way to like turn over your hooks. So like he was catching with these weird shots like on like the way out and everything, and I was like damn dude, like he's fucking. Of course, like man, it's gonna look good on his side, you know, because he's putting the pressure. It looks like he's controlling the pace. But yeah. So once like the swelling started, I knew I couldn't fight on the inside no more. So it was just just try to keep him on the outside. But of course, man, he stayed fucking putting pressure and pressure. He was landing some like big shots here and there. But yeah, nah, dude. The main thing I was like, dude, like I don't give a shit. Like I'll take an ass whooping like any day. But I was like, again, man, I was like he's not gonna put me down.
Yeah.
And like there was some shit he caught me with too. Like one of them was like a pretty like dude was a gnarly ass body shot. Fucking hit me, it just like froze me. I just like literally just like remember in the fight, like, I was gonna try to like throw something back, and I like literally just like pulled my arms in. I was like, like I couldn't fucking even open up. And I was just like kind of just like inching away, like trying to move.
You can't let them see.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Know.
Like, yeah,
I feel like they'll know, bro.
You like, just, yeah, like you can't show no fucking weakness in there, dude. Like, especially like again, man, when shit like that happens, like man, like you'll get hit with a rowdy shot, and it's like, fuck, dude, you gotta like fucking pull it, like hold everything together, because you're like, man, like if I show him I'm hurt, like he's really gonna jump on me.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
And I mean, I didn't even show it, but just my body language, he was able to pick up on because I had stopped throwing back. So like when he had caught it and I put my arms in and I was like moving back, I mean, even us as fighters, man, he was able to like sense that, like,
Yeah.
oh, like I caught him, because he's not retaliating. So he started putting more and more pressure, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like this motherfucker.
He's coming, bro.
Yeah, I
He's
was
coming.
like, God damn it, like, and then and man, it seems like the fight, like I don't know, like it seemed like it just stayed very like the same for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Like those, like the rounds where I was outboxing him, like landing my shit, those rounds felt like they fucking went by quick. But the rounds when I was getting caught, when I was getting hurt, like those fucking rounds felt like they like drag ass, dude. Like
what what are your like what is your corner telling you at this point? Like let's just say you like in one of the rounds where he got you and you weren't retaliating. Like what are your coaches telling you? Like what are some things, I guess?
And I don't. Like,
if you remember.
Yeah, that's the thing. People ask me like after the fight, like, oh, like what was your corner telling you? And like there's sometimes I will remember, but then other times it's like, dude, like I don't even fucking know. But I know one thing, man. My coach, Virgil Hunter, man, I give him like so much credit, dude, just because how calm he's able to stay in the corner, even because I remember even in that fight too, I was going back to the corner and like he was still just like talking to me, like man, dude, look, he was like, you need to stop doing this and you need to do this, like still like even when shit is like so hectic, like I go back to the corner and shit is just calm, like very very clear, like what I had to do, even if I wasn't doing it, to the best of my fucking ability. But still, man, just kept that same energy, like just still very motivating and shit in the corner, but very, again, like Virgil knew what he wanted. And even though, I mean, in those rounds, I wasn't able to give it a lot of times because, again, man, I was gassed out, right?
Yeah.
Fucking taking a beating. Like, that shit, it's a lot on your body. But, I mean, even, like, again, man, throughout those rounds, I remember, like, there was, like, some things he was, like, be telling me, like, man, like, what are you doing, champ? He was like, man, like, start using your feet. He was like, there was times he would send me, to push against him, start pushing him back on his back foot. And even though I couldn't do it, I'm like, damn, dude, this dude's fucking right. Like,
yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm like, man, like if I could, I would. But I'm like, man, like I'm fucking tired. And then then I mean, then going into that like last couple rounds, I remember after the 11th round, in my head, I was like, damn, dude, like if he gets this next round, like what, like that's it, like he wins. Because in my head, man, I had a dead even, even with the knockdown, like on like my side, I still had it like the fight dead even like before that 12th round. And Virgil, my cut man, and my manager that were in my corner, they all told me before that 12th round, dude, like you need to make like something fucking happen this round. Like you need to put him down or you need to put him out. I'm like, fuck, dude, like, right, then, like, no fucking pressure, right?
You're on the big stage, you're about to win the title.
Yeah, like, man, like, I'm on the big stage, man, the, like, second half of the fight has been going so good, I don't feel like 100%, but I was like, man, whatever, fuck it, I'm gonna go out there try to make something happen.
What do you tell yourself? Like, I mean, you just said that you had a dead even, or just even after that, and even though he's been putting pressure on you for 4 or 5, maybe 6 rounds. Like what goes through your head, bro? Like you just motivation just kind of kicks in and you just I gotta knock this guy down.
Literally just like walking out for that 12th round, like, man, fuck this dude.
yeah, you gotta get mad, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
You gotta like, man, all respect goes out the window. You kind of just has to be like, dude, like you're going for broke at that point.
Yeah,
like, man, like you're gonna give it your all, or you're gonna fucking, or I mean, you might get clipped.
Yeah, exactly. It's either or.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just boxing, man. Just just comfortable knowing like anytime you're in there, dude. Like, I mean, it could be your fucking time to get clipped, and it's just doing the best that you can do, which was, I mean, me, just trying to walk him into some shit, and like, man, somehow, I was able to put him on the canvas in that last round, and I mean, I still don't know how. Like, people were asking me like, oh, like were you working on like that straight right hand or whatever. Yeah. And it's like nah, it's like, man, when you're in the ring, you could practice, you could work on so much shit, in the gym, but when you're in the ring, everything kind of just seems like just like repetition. It's just like everything falls back on what you're working on in the gym. Kind of like, you're almost on like autopilot.
Yeah, like, just like kind of like muscle memory type thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's
everything is just reactions at that
Mhm.
point. It's just like just knowing how like your body's gonna react, and somehow I was able to fucking react and fucking put them on the canvas in the 12th round when it like mattered most. And
Damn. I don't know if you remember, but maybe it was like 2 minutes left, a minute and a half left, or maybe a minute, bro. It was like the round was about to end. Um, and what goes through your head then? Like at that point when you got him on the canvas, do you say to yourself like, "Damn, it's still dead even," or "I'm winning this shit just because I put his ass on the ground"?
nah, like at that point, I knew in my head, man, if this goes to the scorecards, like because automatically it's like even if he wins the round,
Yeah,
like it's still a 9-8 round. Like I still got the point. And that's another thing, man, like going into like after that fight, like you said, man, everybody, man, especially on the internet, they're strongly opinionated.
bro. And I think, man, I don't remember. I'm like 95% sure you were applying to some of these people, bro. Like just saying, I don't remember the exact thing, but it was kind of along the lines like if you really knew boxing, you would understand like just everything that I did and dropping in
Yeah,
and
dude, because
yeah.
man, it's like so much shit, dude. Like, man,
Yeah.
I got people at the fight. They were like, "Oh, well, like he landed more punches than you," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, yeah, like he might have, but man, that's not how boxing scored." Like it's like him, like it's like saying, like, "Yo, like I could go into a fight and land fucking 300 punches in one round and get my ass beat the other rounds,
Yeah.
but because I won landed 300 punches, like that doesn't mean I won the fight. That
Exactly.
just means I landed 300 punches in one round. Like professional boxing scored on a 10-9 round basis, fucking round by round.
Hmm.
And so I mean, yeah, like whenever I get bored, especially in camp, man, I'll like I'll take time out of my day to like to entertain, some stupid shit.
Nah, I feel like you just got to put them in your place, bro. Like there's some people that maybe it's just like trolling, but man, there's some people out there that legit don't know what they're talking about,
Nah,
man.
yeah, dude, and they'll fucking argue with you all day. Like,
Yeah, they just got time too. They literally got fucking the time. Like maybe you took like a 30 minutes to an hour. They got full fucking 9 to 5
yeah,
shift
yeah,
on.
the whole ass day and like on bullshit that they want to fucking talk.
Exactly, man. How do you deal with that? Like, I mean, how do you deal with like the critics and hate and just everything that comes with like fighting other people and just other people's camp and other people that root for those fighters that you're fighting? How do you deal with that, man? Like, cause
Man,
that's interesting.
honestly, dude, it took a while to get used to like, well, one, like I had to stop checking the like comment section.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
felt like early on in my pro career, I felt like I had wanted to, to really please, like the boxing fans and everything. I'd always say, like, oh, like I want to give the boxing fans, like an entertaining fight. And of course, I mean, I still say that, but I mean, to a certain extent, like, man, because then I learned, and boxing fans don't give a fuck about you. Bro.
There's some people out there that get mad, like, bro, just mad. I'm just like, man, how? I've never understood it, bro. And it's just, especially to people that are like putting on like a show and that do this for a legit like career, just shit like that.
Bro, there was this
They just get mad,
there was
bro.
this one fight. I think it's one I fought Richard Zamora in California. And man, this dude had a fucking chin on him, bro. Like he literally, man, he was just taking like a gnarly ass beating in like the fourth or fifth round. And that fight too, I was just getting warmed up, and I was, man, started putting a beating on the man real ugly. And it was one of the fights where like the ref had called it off. But man, like the whole fucking round, dude, this dude was hurt. He was just stumbling around, still fighting back, but man, like legs gone, just like throwing wild shit. And I was still just like catching him, dude. And then finally, like the ref had called it off, and the fans were booing. And I was like, damn, dude, this dude was just taking an ass whooping for like the last 2 rounds, and not like an ass whooping where it's like, oh, he's throwing,
Yeah.
and it's still close. Like, nah, dude, just like winging shit, and I was making him miss, and then just making him eat shit. And then like after the fight, they had asked me, they were like, yo, what the like all the media were there with the cameras, they were like, what are your thoughts on the crowd's reaction, like to like to the stoppage? And I was like, that's when like that was one of the fights I was like, man, like this is crazy, dude. And I was like, I told like the media, and I was like, man, I was like the fans, I was like the boxing fans, they don't care if we make it out of the ring alive or not. Like they just want to see someone get their ass beat.
Entertainment, man.
And
It's,
that's one thing like I really had to like to keep repeating to myself over and over again, man. Like don't try pleasing the fucking crowd because
Yeah.
the crowd they don't give a shit about you. Like
In reality,
like
yeah.
yeah, really, man. And it's something. I mean, I still say like a lot, even to like the media and like and I when I say boxing fans and like I'm not like fucking like pointing at anybody like in particular. I just mean, man, like boxing fans in general, you know, the casuals. Of course, man, there are people, you know, who they care about your well being.
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones that tell you, man, like that. They're the ones that tell you, you know, like they don't want to see you in a war. Like they'd rather
Yeah.
see you fucking just outbox somebody with a fucking jab than like be in a war.
Yeah.
Like those are the fans that care about you. They're not the ones that get excited to see you like in a fucking like in a scrap going back and forth.
Or just to see you hurt, man.
Yeah,
just to see you
dude,
hurt, or just
man.
to see you get outboxed, or just kind of it sounds bad, but just kind of see you like not do good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
no, dude,
not.
exactly. Like, I mean, but some people they think like by them telling you like, oh, dude, like fucking, I can't wait to like see you in like another war, like that. They think that's like a fucking compliment. It's like, damn, motherfucker, like,
I'm getting my ass beat. You know?
yeah,
Like,
right. My fucking health is on the line every
yeah.
time we step in the ring.
But damn, exactly, man. Not even your health, bro. Just your mental health that goes along with it. Like understanding the just getting like hit, like you know what I mean, like on the in like your face and your head and just this all
yeah,
types of
like I said, man. Then like, man, like when I was in that fight with Akhmadov, like so my face was fucking swollen, dude. Like whenever he did catch it, like even just like a sloppy jab, whatever, dude. Like again, man, I was like a wincing pain
yeah,
after that fight. I remember they were telling me like, man, like, well, it was like again going back to the bullshit on like the fucking like comments, and then they're asking, well, like there was people telling me like you know you lost that fight because when they announced your name, you weren't even excited. I was like, motherfucker, I was dumb excited, but man, I was beat the fuck up. Like, like man, my body hurts, my fucking face hurts. Like at that point, I want to get the fuck out of the ring. Like, I want swimming.
So yeah, bro, I was talking to Johnny, and he was there at that fight, and I mean there wasn't no press conference, and then he told me that also too, like you had to I mean you were having like conditions of like a concussion, I guess. So you had
Yeah,
to go to the hospital, and I think he said the other guy too. So
yeah.
how see that's what I'm saying, like
So
they're expecting a fucking press conference or like to be excited, but legit like you're
man, like we just put our fucking our bodies, our fucking like everything, man, on the fucking line for
yeah
12 rounds, you know, in front of everybody. And then yeah, man, and then of course fucking reporters, dude, they piss me off at the fight. They're always the first ones like, oh, like well, it's just gonna take 2 minutes. I'm always like, dude, I'm like, fuck your 2 minutes, man.
yeah
Like, yo, like, I just got done fighting. Like, I want to take my shit off. I want to fucking like ice my face. I want to like, I want to get my eye fucking stitched. Like, my shit was
exactly.
like cut open, and they're like bugging for like interviews and shit. I'm like, dude, like, get the fuck out of my face.
I think that goes back to like them just the entertainment, man. Like them
It's
just
just
wanting
them.
that reaction
Yeah,
out of
it's
you.
just them wanting to be the first one to like fucking put some shit out.
Yeah.
And like I get that market too, right? That like that profession, you know, having to be the first people to like report on shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, like man, go fuck yourself.
But people that but I've also too I've learned, man, just to go back to what you said, like people are like you have to come to realize that these people they have lives of their own and they only care about certain shit. So at the end of the day, you're not on top of the list. Although there is some people that like within your corner, your friends, your family that legit care about you and your well-being. Most of the time people are just I mean, they got their own shit to worry about. So to even think that these people are rooting for you, like I said, most people um there's some people that do, but most people definitely are just they just want the reaction, the entertainment, the see the trolling and see the like yeah, man, there's people out there wild, man, weird and just all types of shit are going on now with fucking social media. So that's actually bringing me to my next point. So recently, I think it was a couple days ago. I don't know how to say his name because I had to look it up, but he was He fought either before you or maybe I think before you.
Yeah, it's
So
Regis.
say it again. Regis. Okay, that's how you say his name. So he says something about fuck. I wish I should have put it up, but basically that that you're scared. Yeah, that you're scared. And then I think you replied, "I'm never scared." Something about his weight because he did miss weight. I saw that too. So tell me about like the tension between like other fighters. Like obviously that's not as big tension as like other shit pops off like on Twitter and everything like that. But I mean that got to come at some type of point like what just getting reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have to put that out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
just
exactly.
Just to,
I mean, man, when I saw the tweet, I remember I told my like girl. I showed her and man, she got more pissed than me. I mean, I was getting mad, right?
Yeah.
Again, man, I'm a professional. At that too, I'm not even one that like talk shit.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like even especially at all these press conferences and everything, man. I'm never the fighter, like fucking bragging and boasting about themselves. I'll let my work in the ring, speak for everything. And but I mean, Regis is he's that type of fighter, who does like that shit. And I mean, so when I first saw it, I didn't even like pay too much attention, and my chick was like man, like fuck him, whatever, don't even reply. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna reply eventually. I'm just not gonna reply right now. Like it's not that important to me.
Yeah.
Again, man, because like I don't care to talk shit, especially on Twitter, man, back and forth. But I mean, it's a smart move on his part, because I mean, he doesn't have a title right now. He doesn't really have it. He doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything under his name.
Yeah.
So he's trying to make himself relevant. In this division again. And I mean, what better way to make yourself relevant? Than drama.
Exactly.
And I mean, I figured that it was gonna be something coming from him. I mean, I've known about Regis for a long time, just from watching like his fights. Like when I first turned pro to. And I mean, I know he is that type of fighter. He'll fucking troll like other fighters. And but I mean, I knew something was coming from him because I mean, he had followed me on Twitter like literally. I think the day before he mentioned me.
Oh damn!
So I was kind of just like I had saw it and I was like, oh dude, he's probably gonna like say some shit soon.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. It was like, so I was ready to like when I saw his tweet, it was like I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
So I was just like whatever, man. So then whenever I did like reply back to him, I was just like in my head, I was like, man, like I'm just gonna send him some like dumb shit, just to fuck with him a little bit, and then just leave it at that. Because I mean, I'm not gonna go back and forth with this dude on Twitter. Like at the end of the day, like his people, my people, they'll make it happen. Like, I mean, I'm the one that has the title right now.
Yeah, you have what he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
You have what he wants. Has there been any other, like, I guess, talking shit, like not just on Twitter, but just in like other fights, like anybody else that was just like kind of trying to press in your buttons and just like, bro, it's not the. Well, I mean, it is serious, but just like, cause I mean, obviously you're not gonna talk shit back. You know who you are. You know what you can bring. I mean, your fighting style, just everything in general. You know about yourself. So, I mean, is there anybody else that's just kind of? You're just like, bro, chill out. It's just
not off the top of my head. I think that's like has been like the one more recent, or because it was also public.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but nah. I mean, like I said, I mean, I like usually stay away from like all like the like drama and shit that comes with boxing.
Yeah.
I like to be more low key with like my business and everything, but yeah, I mean, I don't get caught up too much with some like bullshit.
That makes sense, bro. I don't either, man. It's just, I mean, you don't want to put that energy out there, bro. Like you can be putting that other energy into
exactly
whatever
man.
you like to be doing.
Why do I want to be some negative motherfucker on like social media? Then just everything that comes with that. Because I mean, of course, me and Regis just those like little few exchanges, like of words, I guess. Had everybody on Twitter like super hype, man.
Yeah.
Fucking DMing me, fucking retweeting shit for everybody and quoting like fucking because then it goes into like, oh, I'm replying to this dude, but then like the people that ride for him are gonna start fucking giving me shit, and I'm like, dude, I don't even fucking know these guys, and vice versa, man. Like the same way, I have people that ride for me on social media too, which I'm always like, hey, dude, appreciate it, but I mean, it's not necessary.
Yeah. I forgot to ask a question. So he's Russian. your title fight winner?
Yeah.
So he's Russian.
Mhm.
So I don't know if it was recently or maybe last year, but there was kind of talks of a rematch. Is there going to be a rematch for that, or is just kind of going with the flow, or does he want a rematch?
I mean, from what we hear, yeah, like he does, and I mean, after the fight last year, his team they were like requesting an immediate rematch and everything, you know, like going on Twitter or like going on social media, like talking shit, and of course, making them do like making wild ass rumors. Like one of them had like said I was suspended for like 6 months because of the injuries. When I mean to begin
Oh
with, I
shit.
mean we went to the hospital like after that fight. Of course, I mean just as as a precaution,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Again, man, because when we're in there, you know, we can't fuck around, you know, with our lives. There's fighters that will leave a fight, you know, complaining of headaches and shit, and then you know a day or two later they'll fucking like slip into a coma. So I mean, we knew, you know, that what that type of fight, you know, the like type of damage, you know, both of us had
yeah,
took. We're like, man, you know, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to the hospital, you know, make sure everything is good. I mean, and everything was, dude. Like, even the swelling that was on my face, like they were trying to say that they fractured my orbital bone or my cheekbone, which I mean it wasn't true. The following weekend, I was here at midnight, and like the swelling was like the swelling was
I'm
complete.
good.
The
Yeah,
swelling was completely gone, dude. It like didn't even look like I was in a fight the previous weekend. But yeah, they were saying that they want an immediate rematch, and when it was brought up to me, I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, I'll give them a rematch.
yeah,
But when it came down to negotiations, they wanted an in between fight. So this in between fight was, you know, was that's where it was gonna be like I was gonna fight Ryan Carl. Um, but of course that fight was supposed to be way earlier in the fucking year.
that's true.
Supposed to be in like April or May, and but of course that's when all the COVID happened. So I mean, right now, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's COVID played a fucking big part in everybody's life, but I mean, you're never scared, right? You're down for fucking whatever.
I'm down to fucking fight whatever, dude. I don't give a shit.
Man, I can't go just watching that fight, man. Just brings so much fucking just the people boxers put their fucking life on the line, legit, just because
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
yeah, man, that is so
My
wild.
my family, my
That's what I was just
all my sisters were there. My girl was there, dude.
because I mean, I've always said on like this podcast, like I'm very close with my mom, like we're legit best friends, tell each other everything. She cares about my well being, even though I'm not a fucking boxer. But like, I mean, how is that with your mom, bro? Like, or your parents? Like, I mean, obviously you're it's a dog fight and they see you
Yeah.
getting hurt. Like, how is that?
Nah, dude,
Emotions are high, right?
yeah, like, cause I mean, I'm the same way how like you were saying, dude. I'm very close with my
Yeah,
mom. I'm like the only boy in the family. So, I mean, me and my mom, we have a you know really close relationship, and but I mean, after that fight, man, I was down like about the fight, not because I thought I lost, but because I know I could have done better.
yeah,
So after the fight, of course, like, we were in the locker room, and I told my publicist to go and get my mom and my my girlfriend because they were both sitting together, and so whatever he goes to get them, and while I mean, you know, I'm taking everything off, and I'm like icing my face, I'm talking into my corner. They're celebrating, you know, like my team, you know, they're all super happy, but
yeah,
I was kind of just like, damn, dude, like I like looked at myself in the mirror, I'm like, damn, my face is fucked up.
yeah,
It's kind of just like, damn, just like dwelling on the fight because I was like, dude, like I could have made this shit so much easier,
yeah,
like, and I could have made it easier. Well, one because I mean I knew the preparations were fucked up. Like everything was good. It was just literally like how I made the weight. I just took too long, man. You know, I bullshitted. I
Mhm.
mean, there's no easy way to put it. But I mean, I wasn't gonna make excuses at that point. You know, I wasn't gonna go and say, "Oh, I drained myself." You know, whatever. I was responsible. So I mean, I'm gonna fucking handle everything that comes with it.
yeah, yeah,
And but anyway, so I was like very like really like in my head like after the fight when I was in the locker room, and then when my mom and my girl had went into the locker room, like their face, like seeing me the way I was, is what fucked me up.
Damn, man, I
Yeah,
can
like
imagine, bro. I can,
yeah, like
man.
that's like what like had like broke me, and I was like, and so like I fucking cried in the fucking locker
Yeah,
room, and I mean like the couple people that were there too, they were like telling me like nah, dude, like you fucking won that fight, like and I was like, man, like I'm not fucking crying because like
yeah,
I was like I know I won that fight because of that last time. I was like it was just a lot, you know, to take in because I mean it was a rowdy ass fight, and just like like again seeing my like girl, you know, my mom, my sister's face, and my niece's faces, like man, it was just a lot. It was something I was like, man, I never want to see this fucking look on their faces. Like me, I don't give a shit. I don't care if I'm fucking if I'm busted up, like if I'm like my face is swollen or whatever.
But it's them, right?
Yeah,
It's their
it's
emotions. Yeah,
dumb,
it's
bro.
their
It's
emotions.
that fucking emotion, dude. It fucking it like broke me, and that was like a huge motivator going into this last fight. It was like, man, like I like really made sure I was on top of shit, and I mean it paid off.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Nah, that's wild, man. I'd be the same way. But fucking yeah, man. I'm sure I'll cry too, bro. Just to see their faces and their emotions, and I mean them crying, and I mean whatever the situation may be. Because I mean you never want to put them in a situation to make them worry or make them have that type of thoughts, like negative thoughts, and you just yeah, man. That's wild, bro. That's wild. It's a dog fight, bro. It's a dog fight.
Nah, for sure, it was fucking wild, dude. Like like every time I talk about it, like that's another thing too, man. I'm super proud of that fucking fight. Like people
Legit, man.
like some people like will bring up that fight around me, like if I'm scared like to like talk about it. I'm like, dude, like man, like I showed everybody, man, like when shit gets tough, you know, I could fucking stick in there and
Exactly.
I can make some shit happen.
Exactly.
I was like, man, like I feel like that fight it showed more it showed more to people than me going into a fight and just like laying somebody out.
Exactly.
And like, and I mean, because if I would have went into that fight and laid that fool out like real quick, I still would have got backlash because it still would have been like, oh, like he's only 6-0, like you're supposed to knock him out.
There's no, you can't. Yeah, just like you said earlier, it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, then
It's a fucking lose-lose situation.
yeah, I go in there, knock him out early, like, oh, you're supposed to, he's 6-0. I go in there, it's a tough fight, like, oh, you're fucking trash because he's 6-0.
no.
Like, dude, it's like, yeah, man. Again, it goes back to boxing fans.
Yeah.
Like, you can't fucking please them. Like,
Exactly, man. People, people are fucking wild. I mean, I think the next question I have, man. Obviously, we both grew up on the southwest side of San Antonio. I mean, how is it adjusting to these? I mean, just these times, man. I mean, you're out here. I mean, meeting people that. Hey, man, honestly, bro, you're famous. I'll tell you that. Like, do you consider yourself famous, knowing that
nah,
like you're out here doing like this career, and I mean, you got a 25, right? 25-0 boxing,
26.
26-0. I'm sorry, yeah, 26-0. Like, people look at you as this. I don't know. You're famous. Does that ever cross your mind? Like like you have I saw you posted yesterday on Twitter. You have a fucking poster in Southwest High School of like your things on in the gym. I was just like, no, that's fucking dope. That's dope.
Yeah, man. It's
Because I mean, you think about Southwest High School, it's not the richest side of town. I mean, there's poverty in some of the places on that area, and Southwest High School doesn't have the biggest funding for like fucking sports and a lot of things actually. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man, just to go places, just to travel, just to be in the Staples Center, just to go in the Alamo Dome, just to I don't know, explore different shit, man. You would think that this shit is dope, man.
nah, yeah, dude. It's wild, man. It doesn't really. I guess like I was saying earlier, man. Like it hits me at like different times, like where I am now in my career. I mean, just giving one because this shit changed my life. Like the shit I'm able to do now, like traveling and everything.
Yeah.
I never would have thought I would travel. I mean, again, I mean, growing up, I mean, really didn't have shit. Like at Southwest, like I feel like every year, man, I was just cycling the like same like 5 or 6 shirts like throughout the week just
Yeah.
to make it look like I had like clothes and shit. And I mean, cause I like we didn't have really. I mean, we didn't have a lot growing up, and I mean, still given now, I mean, now I'm able to buy like as far as clothes or if I want something, I could go and buy it.
Yeah.
Before the title fight, actually, I bought my family a house, which was, I mean, I think the biggest fucking like my biggest accomplishment that I could say like I've done. Even with this belt in front of me, still like buying my family a house, like it's still like top step for me at least.
Yeah, 100%, man.
And yeah, man. Now like, I mean, I'm able to travel and like get to do like what I want. I mean, because I mean, I bought my family that house. My sisters are in like they're going to like Brennan now. They're all my family, like, they're
Oh
spoiled.
shit! Everything changes, bro.
Yeah, dude. Like, everything fucking changed, man. And it's wild that, like, I guess, like, when I do think about it, like, all right, like, I was able to do that for, like, my family.
Yeah,
And so I mean, it's a good feeling. And then I mean, just being out, man, like getting love from, like, just from, I mean, random, either
Yeah.
like fans or people that I know. Um, I think the one thing that, like, really, like, hits at home is when, like, young kids would tell me they, like, want to, like, be like me, or like
Damn, bro,
or
yeah.
like they'll tell me that they want to fight like me. That's when I'm like, damn, dude. I'm like, that's fucking, that's awesome. But
Yeah.
that fucking, like, still, like, be better than me.
exactly,
Like,
man.
fucking fight better than me. Like, fight as if, like train to, like, whoop my ass.
Exactly, man. No, there's people that I've met that I mean, with this whole podcast thing, that actually listen. They're like, damn, like I you said this, and because for whatever reason, and I went and took that information, and I did this and this happened, and it changed my life, or it changed this, and I'm just like, fuck, man, that's fucking that's the message I'm putting out. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this so I can help people. And whenever you get that type of reaction, or that type of thing, people say those things to you, it's like, fuck, I'm doing the right thing, man. I'm doing the fucking right
Nah,
thing.
dude, it's fucking awesome. That's why when you had, like, reached out to me, I was like, dude, like, fuck yeah, I'll be part of that, man. Like anytime I'm here, like, I'm down to be a part of this shit.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it. I was just gonna go back to the whole being from Southwest, man. Like, I remember, like, I'm pretty sure this is everybody on fucking Southwest, the South Side of San Antonio. You get like 1 or 2 pairs for the school year. You got to make it last for the whole year. Fucking going to, like, I don't know, the mall, getting, like you said, getting those same 5, fucking maybe 10 at most shirts, and make them last for the whole year. Get faded, like, just all types of shit that people don't realize on different sides of town, that their situation is a lot better than most. And it's good to see that that you realize that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to the traveling part, man, that's huge for me, man. Because I never thought I was gonna get out of San Antonio. Not that I wasn't gonna travel, but just being in this town, there's so much you can do and so much people you can reach. And when you travel, you just realize there's a whole different culture. There's different foods. There's different shit you can see. There's different just everything's different, man. It just opens your eyes a lot more. Like, for instance, when I went to, I told you I went to LA, and just the city's huge, man. It's fucking huge. Like, I can't wait to go to New York because the city's bigger, but just to see the amount of people that live there, the amount of people you can reach, the just everything is different, man. It moves at a faster pace too. So seeing that shit versus San Antonio, all the shops, all the clothes, fucking Rodeo Drive, like all the cars passing in that area, like you just think, bro, like, fuck, I'm from the southwest side of San Antonio. I'm able to I'm in a position where I can pay for this plane ticket, I can pay for this Airbnb, and I'm able to experience these things when most people can't. It's just like, fuck, like,
Yeah, nah,
this
dude,
is dope.
Like, nah, I mean, just to even back that up, dude. I mean, it's the same shit. Like you said, like, there's sometimes that I'll be at, like, some places, whether, like, I'm in the city, like, on the East Coast, or, like, just, like, hiking, or just, like, fucking skating somewhere in Cali. I'm like, damn, dude, like 10 years ago, I was just, some fucking kid, like, in Southwest, and now I'm fucking, like, out here, like, have my career, like, I'm like setting my, like, family up, and it's like, damn, like, I made that shit happen, like we, like, people like me could really make this shit happen.
Yeah, yeah, and it's weird you say it like that, because I've always, when I was younger, people you just always say, I mean, keep your dreams alive, like I guess motivational stuff like that, like don't ever let down your dreams, or keep focusing on stuff like that. I was just like, this guy's bullshitting, because I mean, he wants, I don't know, me to buy a t-shirt or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, just shit like that. But I mean, legit, like, if you stay on the course, you put some action in, you execute. I mean, obviously you got to make the right choices at some part in times. I mean, it's all, and you have that vision too, because I think having that vision, and even when people don't even believe, but as long as you believe and you see that shit, like, in your future, and visualize everything, I mean, it's right there, man. You just got to stay on the course.
Yeah, nah, dude.
You just got to stay on the course.
Yeah, I mean, I agree completely, man. I tell everybody all the time. I mean, because people ask me, like, for advice and shit, and, man, I tell people all the time,
I'm the worst.
Yeah, dude. I was like, man,
Yeah.
I'm not a public speaker.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a very motivational person. I'm like, man, with anything you fucking do, right? You put the time in, you make the sacrifices, like this shit. I mean, it'll pay you back, like if you're doing the right shit.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I think the only other question, man, is there anybody that, I guess the last question to wrap this shit up, is there anybody that you met with like a celebrity or just anybody in general that was just like kind of made you realize like, damn, did I just really meet this person? Or everybody's just been like chill?
Nah, there's definitely been like a couple people that have made me like that. I just can't think of them off the top for whatever fucking reason.
Because I know whenever you whenever Spence fought fucking Mikey Garcia in Dallas, you met Spence, right?
Yeah,
you met
yeah.
Spence? I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah,
because
no,
Spence is
I
a
had,
fucking huge fighter.
I met Spencer a couple of the times before that, man.
Oh, okay, okay.
But like one of the like earlier times I had fought in like in New York, and I kind of like whatever Spence walked in, everyone was kind of crowding Spence, and he was like oh shit, he looked at me, he was like, oh shit, Texas is in the house.
Ooh.
And I was kind of like oh fuck, he's talking to me. I was like, oh shit, what's up, man? And then we just started talking. But
yeah, he's from the Dallas area, right?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, like since then, I mean, we had I had always like kicked it off at all the fights and shit. So when I was over there, I was at the fight, I was actually sitting right behind Spencer's family, and so I mean that was badass. I mean, just being there, being so close, I mean, and being a part of all that.
That's pretty dope.
Man, there for sure, man. Has been a couple of different people that I've met that have like I guess made me starstruck. But again, man, I just can't fucking think of them on top of my head.
You're good, man. You're good. Just to, like I said, just to be put in a situation and have these connections, or I mean, just even, I mean, the opposite. If they even want to meet you, you know what I'm saying? If they reach out just because of the shit you put out there and the fighter you are, it's just, yeah, man, it's wild. But man, anything you wanna say, or anything you wanna plug, anything you wanna before we dip up out of here, because we on an hour and 5 minutes.
Oh shit.
Fast, right?
Yeah, no, that was super fun. Nah, man, I don't really have anything, man. Just fuck. I mean, everyone that's listening on your shit, man. Appreciate them supporting you and shit again. I mean, appreciate you supporting me.
Yes, sir, man.
Fuck it. I mean, I always tell everybody, man, having that support, from people I knew fucking way back when, before this shit like kicked off. It's like that's the support that really fucking hits home. I mean, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate everybody fucking watching. Everyone that's gonna watch. I mean, we're gonna blast this shit as much as we can. Hell yeah, man.
Man. I appreciate you.
It.
I just want to take a moment and just to say I appreciate you, because the type of work you're doing for the community and Southwest San Antonio in general, bro. You put on for the city, because I remember the last words or the first words you said after that fight in the Alamo, in the Alamo Dome was fucking puro San Antonio. And I was just like, fuck, man, this is so surreal for him, especially for me, because I've always wanted. I mean, I grew up, not born, but just raised in San Antonio. So this is a city I call home. So it's just
same, bro.
It's just pretty cool to see you put the city on the map for sure. But I got a gift for you, bro. I'm not gonna show it on camera, but I got a gift for you outside of here. But man, here first, this is Mario Barrios on the GINN podcast. If you're listening right now, man, I appreciate you so much. If you're on streaming platforms right now, head over to the YouTube so you can see Mario, so you can see me and this fucking championship belt right here. Again, one more time, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through, bro. But yeah, guys, that's gonna conclude this podcast. I appreciate y'all one more time. Peace.